Philadelphia. Did you see David Furones? He posted, I don't know if you saw the the thing on ESPN, Crowder, but they were debating whether you'd rather have Tua or Jalen Hurts. And Dominique Foxworth took Jalen Hurts, and Jeff Saturday took Jalen Hurts, and Kimberly Martin took Jalen Hurts. Marcus Spears was the only one who selected Tua. Who would you take in that scenario?
Tua.
Over Jalen Hurts.
Yes, because I think if Tua wasn't messed over by Brian Flores early in his career, and I see now, like, it's funny, we make fun of the jujitsu and all that. Like, Tua's rolling up when he gets pushed. Tua's not falling back and let his head bang on the ground like a 1-year-old anymore. Tua has more arm talent than Jalen Hurts. You can't argue that. Tua's a better throwing quarterback. Jalen's a better athlete. Like, that's already said. Tua has better arm talent than Jalen Hurts, and your questions are because Jalen walked in the league and started balling, and Tua took years to get off. I think if Tua had those 2 years back with Mike McDaniel, Tua would have already won an MVP in this offense. I think Tua's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
See, the question, it's a greater question, in my opinion, because you start to now ask, because it used to be slam dunk. We did this for a couple of years. You know, would you rather have Tua or Justin Herbert? And it was Herbert all the time. And then you'd go down the list and you could make cases for, would you rather have Tua or Dak? Well, I'll take Dak. I mean, at least, you wouldn't even, I mean, now Dak, that's not even a question, right? No. That's Tua. But what about, I don't know, think of some of the upper echelon quarterbacks who are in the league right now. And again, Tua's in the conversation for MVP.
Yeah.
So this isn't nonsense talk. You'd rather have Tua than probably maybe there's like 3 or 4 quarterbacks that you wouldn't.
I'm going Mahomes, obviously.
Right.
To be honest, I go Josh Allen over Tua.
You would take Josh Allen over Tua?
Yeah, just
he can beat with his legs. His size, he's going to be more durable.
He's more durable, and his legs. And once Brian Daboll got a hold of him, he got very accurate. Like, they taught him how to play quarterback when Daboll was there. Who? Like a Goff who has great numbers this year. No way he'd be over Tua.
No chance. Purdy, no chance. Yeah, Tua's top 5. Hell, I might still take a healthy Aaron Rodgers over Tua. He's a monster. No, I would not.
Tua's
going to be your quarterback. I mean, if everything goes right, Tua's going to be the quarterback here till what? Yeah. 2033, 35?
Yeah. Oh, the longevity of his career and organization. Oh, for sure. Aaron Rodgers is out of it because Tua can be here for the next 12, 15 years.
Any of the youngsters?
You know what? Lamar.
Stop it.
Lamar.
No.
He's just so talented.
You would take Lamar Jackson over Tua right now?
I don't want to say, even though now you're saying career, Lamar's style of play isn't sustainable because he can't run like that. He's going to slow down. He's going to get banged up. Like, Tua is a prototypical pocket passer. Like, Tua doesn't need his legs to be good, especially in this offense. And like we talked about Stephen A. Smith, I think people are talking about Tua, what they've seen in the past, if they haven't watched games this season.
Correct.
Because he's going deep. We talk about the numbers, yards per attempt. That's not yards per completion. He's throwing the ball damn near 10 yards every time it leaves his hands. He has the most touchdowns in less than 2.5 seconds releasing the ball. So he's getting rid of the ball. That makes me know he knows the offense and he knows exactly where to attack the defense. Like, it's funny. I'm selling the guy that's the one of the top MVP candidates right now to myself almost. Tua is an extremely good quarterback.
It's like you said, he's a prototypical pocket passer. Some guys, you have to talk them into being that because you want to preserve their health, right? And their first reaction is to want to run, and they have to become a different quarterback than who they actually are. Tua he doesn't look to run. You don't have to talk him out of running. Like, obviously, he'll scramble if he needs to. He needs to get a few yards. He will. He does not look to run the way Josh Allen does, right? The way Lamar Jackson does. And so I think that'll actually, The funny thing is, the knock on Tua is the health and the durability. But I actually think he's got a leg up on durability on some of these other good quarterbacks because he doesn't have that inner desire to run.
Yes, and like I said, that's a more sustainable game. Now we're talking big picture. And also, like, and I'm not knocking it. I think I want to almost show love to the Eagles and the Bills, what they've done to protect Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. You know, Jalen Hurts has a all-pro offensive line in front of him. Lane Johnson's a Hall of Famer. Jason Kelsey's a Hall of Famer. He had a big Jason Peters for years. Like, the Eagles built a line around Jalen Hurts, and they have that run game, the RPO stuff, and it's what their offense is. Tua's had a very spotty, questionable offensive line most of his career.
Yeah.
Now, Robert Hunt steps up. They bring Connor Williams, and hopefully he is healthy this week. You know, Liam Eichenberg, they gave him hell for a couple games, but Teron Armstead bringing him in as an older player, cheaper player. But the protection that Buffalo and the Eagles have in front of Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts are better lines than Tua's been playing with, and even playing with this year, to be honest, with Teron out. So if they start solidifying that, knowing we got to keep Jalen Waddle, knowing, put the salary cap stuff out. We know we're going to have to sacrifice some guys, Hawk. But if you put that Eagles offensive line in front of Tua, his numbers would even be better. Honestly, they would. I would take Tua over Jalen Hurts.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is becoming Tua with the health concerns because you know what? Cincinnati hadn't done Joe Burrow any damn favors with that O-line they put in front of him either. He's the most sacked quarterback since he entered the league. Damn, Joe Burrow's good, Hawk.
Right. I tell you right now, you can have either one for the next 10 years. Joe Burrow or Tua Tagovailoa. Who's it going to be?
This is tough. This is splitting hairs.
I will tell you, the fact that we're even having the
conversation
like this when Joe Burrow's going to a Super Bowl shows you just how good Tua looks.
And if the Stephen A. Smiths want to call out weapons, let's call out Joe Burrow having 3 Pro Bowl receivers for his entire career too now, and a running back that's damn near 260 and Joe Mixon. Joe had some weapons too. So T. Higgins is a monster. He's like 6'6". Jamar Chase is one of the best in the league. Tyler Boyd can play ball. Like, you want to say, oh, it's the talent making him look good. You better put that on Joe Burrow too if you want to put that on Tua.
So who are you taking, Tua or Burrow?
It's so hard right now what Tua's doing this year. If I think big picture careers, I take Burrow because, like you said, he's been there. He's been to a Super Bowl. But Tua's hell, man.
I think I would take Tua right now. I really do.
Tua? You know what? I would be happy with either one of them, to be honest.
And we'd both take him over Justin Herbert.
Yes. And you know what? And I watched Herbert live Monday. It's not impressive what he does either. Like that overthrow to Keenan Allen, that's the good quarterbacks make that throw.
Yep.
The good quarterbacks drop that in. And if he makes that one throw, the Chargers win that game.
They win the game.
So like stuff like that. Tua needs to do that. I think this week, I brought up earlier, Hawk. I think Sunday night, a couple weeks against Kansas City and Germany, and maybe 1 or 2 other games, that Buffalo game week 18, that could swing me to I honestly, Hawk, I think I'd never pick Tua over Patrick Mahomes because I think he's one of the best quarterbacks ever.
Yeah, no, that one, that would be, I can't imagine that ever happening.
But if Tua can knock off Jalen Hurts this week, knock off Patrick Mahomes in Germany, and beat and split with the Bills this year, he might jump up to at least number 3 to him on my list.